Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The good guests keep on coming. I'm very excited to have the number one pound for pound bare knuckle fighter in the world, South African fighter as well. I'm talking, of course, about Mr. LT Smash Nelson. It's good to have you on, LT. It's good to meet you.
Good to be here. Nice to meet you too, brother.
Yeah, man. So this weekend you got the rematch with James Connelly. How you feeling for this fight? I mean, obviously the first fight was super close, Hall of Fame fight. Could have gone either way, but it was a draw in the end. How are you feeling for it the second time around?
I feel great. That first fight really helped boost my skill set. Just making me understand a little bit more about bare knuckle boxing, what people look at and need, and what I need to do in clinch and different aspects of the fight game. So that first fight actually really propelled me forward and helped me out a lot. Um, and we got Hall of Fame fight of the year, which is awesome. Nothing but good stuff coming from that fight. Helped me learn a lot and about myself and about fighting James and just everyone in general. Look, if you look back, I have quite a few wins after that, more belts, and taking out big names. So I'm gonna keep that streak going, taking names, and I'm excited to quiet down all his fans out there hating.
Yeah, you mentioned learning a lot, man. I think you might have mentioned in a previous interview, but I rewatched that fight again about just sort of like being in the moment, because I know you said you took a lot of punches or you gave him a lot of punches that you shouldn't have done. You were like, I don't know, to like prove to him that you could take his punch, but maybe the judges saw it differently. Is that something that you guys looked at changing for this fight?
Yeah, 100%, man. Just not even just for this fight. I've since that fight, like my coach really talked to me and showed me how like I never really understood that like judges that are behind me or people behind me not looking at the screen or different stuff see things differently than me, like smiling at my opponent and smiling and be like, oh yeah, hit me in the face, not doing crap, you know what I'm saying? But at the same sense, it was the first time I've had over 60, 65 professional fights, and I've had other fights other than that. So it's like I've been in many situations in the fight game, and I've never thought of it until that James Connelly fight that even made that even mattered and whatnot. Because in my mind, I see what I'm seeing, and everyone sees what I see. You know what I'm saying? And sees my face being fine and being like, you can't do nothing to me. Hit me all you want, kind of thing. But it's just not smart. I do have a jaw. I got a good chin on me, and but my coach Leo Perucci, Forza Combat Sports, we've really been working on like, I have that chin, and we're gonna keep that chin. But let's use it for when we don't see those punches or see stuff coming, and then fight back instead of just being like, oh yeah, what's up? I can take your shots, blah blah blah, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like as a fan watching, when I saw it, I knew exactly what it was, but like the judges might have just been like, oh, his hands were down or something like that, and that could have swayed it a little bit, maybe even if just for that round in such a close fight. But that toughness, dude, that toughness you spoke about, man, where does that toughness come from, bro? Did you just grow up getting in scraps? Is it just something that you developed in training? Because like, dude, people can give you the best shot. Like even there, you were saying no, like you take his best shot, it's just like, nah, whatever. Even if you get dropped, it's just like it doesn't phase you, man. Where's that toughness come from?
Man, definitely. Obviously, big up to my parents and my family. My dad, mom, they gave me some good genes and some strong genes for the fight game in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So, power to them. But freaking, the Lord blessed me with a jaw and chin and cardio for days and just motivation every day. Every time I get cracked with something big or dropped in a fight or something, it's like some people might shy away. In my mind, it's like, no, you just did that to me. That no, you didn't. That's not right. It's my turn now. It's like, or just I'm not giving anyone any kind of thought that they're like beating me in any sense, and in any way. So like, if you hit me with a good body shot, I'm gonna take that shit and just not say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? You hit me with something to the face, I get dropped, I'm gonna get right back up and walk straight forward again, do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, when I get to my corner, my coach talks to me, we might adjust it for the next round. But I'm not a intimidated person in any sense like that, and I've never been like, there's a cliff in front of me when I'm skiing or doing something like that, I jump off of it. Like always been an adrenaline junkie and extreme ride, and I know, like, it's this is a weird thing to say, but like when it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go, and this is not my time to go, man. I'm like I'm ready to put everything on the line every time I step in that ring, in that cage, whatever aspect of fighting it is, and I'm gonna put my everything out there, and no matter what, I'm doing it for. I'm an entertainer. I want to test myself. All these reasons, man. Not just like, oh yeah, because I'm want to be the cooler person or more tough. Like, I don't give a shit about what others. Sorry, but about what other people think about me. This, and that. Obviously, like I care about my family, friends, like good, my fans and stuff like that. I want them just to know that I'm a real person. I'm normal, but I just like to throw down and like I ain't intimidated, scared of anything or anyone in this world.
No, hell yeah, dude. But dude, by the way, you can say whatever you want, man. You don't have to worry about censoring yourself or anything. Yeah. So like, because I noticed that about you as well. Like in your fights, it's like if you get cracked a couple of times, it's almost like motivates you and wakes you up to be like, okay, cool. You got your chance, now it's my chance.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. I was born to fight, and I love to fight so much that sometimes, I have to. You see me in the back. I punch myself in the face, slap myself, call myself call myself crap, this and that, and then I tell myself no, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I am the best. I am this. I am the bit. You know what I'm saying? So on, I argue with myself, talk back and forth to myself. That's for me. I need to do that because I'm too calm. I'm so relaxed and chill. And like I've had fights where I've like taken me like a round or two to like even my coaches like every round like, bro, what are you doing? Are you sparring or like you gonna go fight? Like go have some intensity. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry man. I just love to fight. That's my home, man. Being out there throwing down in front of a crowd. That's where I feel at home and I feel my most comfortable. And so like especially lately I've been getting better at flipping that switch right before I go out there and being in the fight right from the beginning.
Definitely, man. I mean, I just look at your last fight with Barry Jones, dude. Like, you had to flip a switch, man. It was like hostile environment, enemy territory, undefeated fighter. And it was like, you just weren't phased, dude. You just went and did your thing, man. Like, what was it like? First of all, man, going into enemy territory like that, like like it's not a big arena, but I can imagine you could feel the energy because it's so compact. And then having to like go against an undefeated fighter and then actually taking his own.
Yeah. It was just a part of life I'll never forget, man. It was an amazing opportunity that I was blessed with, and just being able to go just not per se like say anything to anyone or this but just go prove to people, prove to myself, prove to everyone that Barry Jones at the time, he's a human being. He's a human, just like all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I was ready to go further than he was. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to die like I am every time there. And if you ain't ready to die with me, then I'm going to smash that. I'm going to take it away from you. And if you're ready to die, let's see who's going to go further with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my mentality. And obviously, you watch the start of that first round in that Barry Jones fight. I felt all great to this, and I just was like, just watching. I was like, I'm gonna miss all these shots and just crack, just getting smashed with big, precise ass shots. I was like, damn, this is real. And I just hear my corner just keep on saying, move, start moving, and then I just started moving and like missing shots, not as much as me like seeing all the shots coming, but just the natural movement and flow of the game and what I do every day in the gym coming out. And then I start feeling my flow and rhythm and it comes together for me. And sometimes it takes me taking a couple shots, sometimes whatever it is, but no matter what, I'm gonna come out there and show out and show up for not only myself, my family, but I do it for all the fans, hate me or love me, whatever it is. I'm gonna make sure that you leave that arena like, oh damn, that was a fight, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, and even there, like you came in getting booed and you left getting cheered, man. That's just your fighting style. It's just so entertaining to watch, and just like even if the people like you're going up against a hometown hero, the people can't help but cheer you in the end, man.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm not like, I don't try to go out there and like, I'm not going to be like flicking the crowd off for booing me or doing this or doing that or hating. I know it's part of the game. It's part of life. I hope that all my fans and my crowd, if someone came to my hometown, they'd be doing the same shit, making him feel like crap too. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be me, but it's my people around doing it. Same thing. I'm not much of a crap talker, man, but I'm not going to stop my homies, my parents, my whatever from sticking up for me or being real. You know what I'm saying? It's not my job. That's just like a girlfriend or whatever it is. It's like, she likes to take the pictures, do all that stuff. That's her. That's what she does. Cool. I'm not. I'm bad. I'm bad sometimes about that. It's just not what I do. So on, so forth with the fight game as well. And just being, I was more nervous about my mom and my dad and my one homie that came over from the U.S. in that arena than I was for myself, because I was like, damn, there's like one way out of this place. But then as soon as the fight was over, like everyone, that's why I love fighting out in England and out there too, man. It's just like in Wales, everyone out there was so respectful and they were cool and chill. It was intense as hell, but then like as soon as it was over, it was all respect and love. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you still a pussy, that kind of crap. They actually had respect. Like, good job throwing down. That was a tough one. Whatever.
Yeah, it's all competitive, I guess. It's kind of like it's like any sports. I mean, even if South Africa and Wales play each other in rugby, it's just like ahead of the time. It's all the shit talk and it's all that kind of stuff, and then whatever happens in the game or the fight or whatever it is. Now, in this instance, it stays there, I guess. But you've had, man, I feel like every single fight you're having is just bigger and better and bigger and better, and like after this Canelli fight, obviously assuming that you win this fight, like what is and you maybe you don't look too far into the future and stuff, but like how do you make it bigger? How do you make it better? Are you interested in just making it bigger, bigger, bigger every time, or are you just going to take it as it comes and just focus on winning the fights?
Well, right after this fight, I'm obviously just gonna go back to grinding and training, take my week off, and then go back to grinding and training like I always, like I always do. And I never. That's what's created myself more is just me understanding like there's no style. Like, I'm the one that puts limits on myself or this or that and whatnot. So like every time I'll win a belt or this or that, and I'm going to defend it wherever, it gives me even more motivation. Some people win belts or win this and this sort of motivation falls off. Like, I've got even more motivation now because I want to prove to myself and all those people that I deserve that. I want to show all these people that I deserve to be where I am, and I work hard enough and I do all the things I need to do to be where I am all the time. And I got more and more motivation every fight, every time I go. And after this win against Connelly, I'm telling BYB too. I've told my managers we've been talking to too. I'm gonna take the 154-pound belt. I walk around at 165. And last or a little while ago I fought MMA at 50. I walk at 165 pounds. I can easily eat well and get down to 54 pounds in a day if I need to. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've been telling BYB, give me that 154-pound super welterweight belt as well. I'm gonna take that. And I'm gonna be the three division champion, and then they can just keep me busy. Keep me busy. And then if they don't have someone for me to fight at the time, then they can do a prospect fight or whatever you want to call it. Say, whoever wins this gets to fight LT next or something like that. You got 3 divisions. I'm gonna take all those, and I'm gonna keep those belts.
I was going to ask you that question, so you've already answered that question. But because you're in range, would you ever consider the light heavyweight belt, or would you want to just put on a little bit of size before that, or are you ready to go now if you had a chance?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not much like I'm small. I'm smaller than most. Like my Barry Jones fight, I weighed in at 161. The fight against I don't even know, Tommy Turner, I think it was, when I won the middleweight belt, the 160-pound one. That I weighed in at 157. I didn't even try to get so it's not like it's I can make that super easy. And but I'm like I'm lean. I'm not my cardio and what I do every day in my work, the work I put in is more of like a long distance athlete kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a lot more that kind of body physique. So going up in weight is just not really something in my. I'm already up in weight when I fight all these guys at 65, 68, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's good enough for me, far enough for me. And I'm making better decisions as well. Like, I'll fight anyone, obviously, especially the opportunities right. But I'm making better decisions for me as well. I'm 34 now. Just slowly getting older, but I feel better than I ever did in my 20s. I'm making better decisions, but at the same sense, I'm gonna try to make smarter decisions to make the right money, make the right moves for my life and my career as well. And right now, just the 100, the super middleweight, and super welterweight, all three of those divisions, that's mine. Those are mine. Let's go.
For sure, for sure. And like just in terms of training and stuff, I just want to know for myself, how hard is your sparring? Like when you're sparring and prepping for bare knuckle, because like if you look at like MMA, Muay Thai, and that kind of stuff, like people do spar hard, but I think like for bare knuckle, correct me if I'm wrong here, like you probably don't spar as hard because of the cuts and stuff like that. Like how does the sparring work for bare knuckle? For you anyway.
Well, so bare knuckle, I mean bare knuckle. I wear when I spar with 18 ounce gloves on. So I never, the only bare knuckle I ever do is on pads. So it's like the only bare knuckle training I do is hitting pads with my coach. Like I started that about a month before my fight, and at the same time I start bare knuckle pads. I take off my shin guards, I take off my knee pads, I'll take all that my Muay Thai kickboxing gear off, and I just box, and I put my boxing shoes on and I just box. So I got about a month of just boxing sparring and a month of just bare knuckle pads. Other than that, I do my Muay Thai, my kickboxing, my jujitsu. I stay working everything because I just love to fight. And I think learning other aspects just helps you grow at what you're good at already or what you do already. We still spar. I still spar hard. We're at a great gym. We all take care of each other's like faces and heads. We don't have many knockouts in the gym, but I drop people to the body all the time sparring. I toss hard body shots when we're kickboxing, and Muay Thai we toss hard low kicks, hard body shots, but we take care of each other's faces and heads. We still go decent pace. It's more of like a pace thing that I think about. I go 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 go, and then when I get in the fight, I do that same thing, but I just try to kill instead of my homies.
Yeah, 100%, man. And like obviously you've done a multitude of different sports. You mentioned most of them now. What for you makes bare knuckle such a cool sport? Or like you've obviously found a home now. I mean, I think it's tailor-made for you and you're tailor-made for it. But what for you is so enjoyable about bare knuckle, having that experience of doing all the other combat sports?
I don't know. It just brings out it brings out the streets a little bit. I don't know. It brings out like the crazy intense fight that I like. That you remember when you're like young, getting in a street fight or some stupid crap when you're partying, drinking, whatever it was. It's like that same intensity, and just for me it almost takes it back in the day, like back in time a little bit. So I just love the feeling of it, and it's a different kind of rush, a different kind of intensity, a different kind of feeling, getting cracking people, all that stuff. And I just love the thrill of it. And then obviously, that this is where the money is right now for me, at least, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing what's right for myself in that aspect too. I have 65 pro fights and in 6 different disciplines. I'm 34 years old. I'm gonna start making the decisions that make moves for me in the way of like I want to retire with money and have a good life, and not be like, oh yeah, I was a badass fighter. Now I'm working at wherever the hell it is and doing something I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I've got other things on the back end. I have my own fight course, a Smash Battalion online that we're trying to sell right now. We're not, we're learning how to sell things and start a business and stuff. So that's still on not on the back burner, but on the backside. I'm still training, fighting, doing all my stuff. But I got a full online live course. I make two live Zoom calls a week with people talking about the course, answering questions, different stuff, and it's fitness, learning how to box, learning how to kickbox, just being a better person, better physical, having more motivation, and being happier with yourself. And I'm trying to sell that as well. So if anyone's interested in that stuff, at Smash FTC on Instagram, check it out.
Yeah, man, send me the link. I'll put it in the description in case anybody's interested. I've got a couple of friends up in the States that will definitely want to take part in that, man. Now, last question or two is just, you speak about we spoke about the how it goes bigger and bigger every single time you fight. Just in terms of bare knuckle in general and BYB, like where do you see it going in the future? Because I actually see this as the next big combat sport. I think obviously you've got MMA that's gotten it's come up in the last 20 years or so. Boxing's always been there, but I think bare knuckle will really, really appeal to the masses, and I think it's already gaining popularity, but I think it will be one of the bigger combat sports in the future. How big do you see this thing going?
Man, I mean, I hope it goes as big as I see it going. Just reaching. How when the boxing style money. You know what I'm saying, the old boxing money, but with the new UFC style hype, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for, is where it's like we're making millions and millions of dollars a fight. Obviously, everyone wants that. You know what I'm saying? But still, I mean, it might not happen. I'm still, hopefully it does, but hopefully it happens for the future of the sport too. You know what I'm saying? I'm always hoping for the future to be great for myself and the future and the new people coming up in the game too, from my gym, other gyms, whatever it is. But yeah, man, just I think this sport has exponential growth opportunity, because there's you can take every aspect of fighting and take off the gloves. You know what I'm saying? So in every aspect, we got bare knuckle boxing. Now there's like game bred bare knuckle MMA. And then all of a sudden we're gonna now ONE FC. All the people are doing MMA glove Muay Thai. Soon enough it's just gonna be like, we're gonna bring Letway back. We're gonna do this and that. Whatever it is, there's infinite opportunity, I think, in the bare knuckle game. But I think just bare knuckle boxing in general, boxing has been like the sport that everyone's loved for so long. And it's just sort of like, I'm not saying boxing has fallen off, but I just like, I love watching some good boxing, some amazing technique, power, speed, all that stuff. There's skilled boxers out there, but a lot of people just want that quick knockouts. People just want this. They don't want to watch a full 12-round fight of something. I'm not saying I don't. I love that, but it's exciting to watch two technicians fight even for 12 rounds. But you have to understand the game a little bit more, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So as a fan, I know what they want out there is knockouts, explosiveness, blood, gore, all this crap. So this bare knuckle game is bringing both worlds together. We still got the boxing aspect of the fight where we're just throwing down, but now we're adding no gloves, different ring styles, square rings, triangle rings, circular rings, whatever it is. It's just cool. I think there's just unlimited opportunity and growth. So keep it going.
Definitely. I think at the end of the day, I think people just want to see two dudes just throw down.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think boxing, yes, purist fans will like the tech. It's kind of like the ground game in MMA. If you're a purist MMA fan, you don't mind people going to the ground, but the general public just wants to see two people slug it out. And I think that's where bare knuckle has the advantage, and I think that's why it will be one of the biggest combat sports one day. I definitely think it will be.
100%. I agree.
LT, man, I appreciate the time. I really, really do. It was really, really nice to meet you. And I wish you all the best for the fight this weekend. I'm really going to be rooting for you. And man, I can't wait to see what comes next, dude. Like I say, every single time you fight, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And can't wait, man. All the best.